Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to light up a room the moment they walk in? It's not just about having flawless skin or perfect features. It's something much deeper. Especially as we get older, what truly captivates others isn't the superficial beauty of youth, but the inner glow of confidence, warmth, and presence. One of the most powerful signs that you are an attractive older woman, even if you don't always see it in the mirror, is when people go out of their way to compliment your presence rather than focusing solely on your looks. This goes beyond the surface, reflecting a kind of beauty that only strengthens with age. Think back to the last time someone told you something like, "You have such a calming energy," or "Your smile lights up the whole room." Maybe a friend told you, "You just make people feel good," or a stranger mentioned, "You have such a peaceful aura." These types of compliments are special because they're not just about physical features. They're about the unique way you make people feel. They show that your beauty radiates from within and leaves a lasting impression on those around you. In youth, compliments are often shallow. People focus on physical features like smooth skin, shiny hair, or a slim waistline. But as you grow older, something interesting happens. Those fleeting markers of youth fade, but in their place grows something much more powerful: character, depth, and grace. People begin to notice the twinkle in your eye when you laugh, the way you listen intently, the comfort they feel in your company. You become memorable not for fitting into society's limited box of youthful beauty, but because you possess a kind of presence that comforts, inspires, and intrigues. Take, for example, a woman named Evelyn, who just turned 70. Evelyn had never considered herself particularly beautiful. In her younger years, she compared herself to magazine covers and movie stars, and often felt she didn't measure up. But something shifted as she aged. She noticed more and more people gravitating toward her at social gatherings, even strangers making friendly conversation with her at the grocery store. Younger women asked for advice, and people often complimented her smile, her laughter, and the calmness she brought into any room. That's when Evelyn realized something profound. Her presence was her power. Her life experiences, her wisdom, her kindness, all of it made her more magnetic than she had ever been in her 20s. This transformation is something many older women experience, but few recognize. Part of the reason is that society constantly pushes an unrealistic standard of beauty focused on youth. Magazines, movies, and commercials often make older women feel invisible. But in the real world, where real people live and connect, beauty is something much richer. It's in the way you greet others with warmth, the way you carry yourself with dignity, and how you treat those around you. It's the gentle confidence that comes from knowing who you are and being comfortable in your own skin. Another example is the power of body language. Without saying a word, your posture, facial expressions, and movements communicate volumes about you. Have you noticed that when you stand tall, with your shoulders back and your head held high, people look at you differently? It's because confidence radiates beauty. A warm smile, steady eye contact, and a calm presence make others feel safe and valued around you. They sense your strength, your life experience, and your authenticity, and that makes you deeply attractive in a way that never fades. Your presence also shines through in how you make people feel. Do friends often come to you for advice? Do family members say they feel calmer after spending time with you? These moments are not accidents. They're proof of your magnetic energy. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel good, who listen without judgment, who offer wisdom instead of criticism. And that's the kind of lasting beauty you embody. You may not realize it, but your presence has ripple effects in people's lives. The way you treat others, the positive energy you share, and the kindness in your words can brighten someone's entire day. That's something no wrinkle cream or fashion trend can replicate. True beauty after 60 is about impact. Not just how you look, but how you make others feel. Many women in their later years underestimate just how impactful their presence is. They focus on the wrinkles, the gray hairs, or the slowing metabolism. But the truth is, none of those things diminish your beauty. If anything, they are symbols of a life well lived. Every smile line tells a story of laughter and joy. Every silver strand reflects wisdom earned through experience. And your presence, your calmness, your empathy, your dignity has a power far beyond physical appearance. So the next time you receive a compliment about your energy, your smile, or the way you carry yourself, Don't brush it off. Don't minimize it or dismiss it as just kindness. Accept it fully. These are the signs that your beauty has grown deeper, stronger, and more radiant with time. You're not just attractive. You are magnetic, memorable, and meaningful to the people around you. And the best part? This kind of beauty only grows stronger. With each year, as you continue to embrace your worth, carry yourself with pride, and nurture your presence, you become even more captivating. You don't need to compete with anyone. You don't need to chase after youth. You already have everything within you to shine. And you likely already do, even on days when you don't see it. Have you ever noticed how younger women sometimes glance your way, smile, or even compliment you on your outfit? It may feel surprising, but it's actually one of the strongest unspoken signs that you are an attractive older woman. When younger people, especially women, admire your style and elegance, it's a reflection of something far more meaningful than just fashion sense. It's about the way you carry yourself, the confidence you project, and the graceful way you've embraced who you are. In a world where so many people chase fleeting trends, your timeless elegance stands out like a breath of fresh air. Many older women mistakenly believe that fashion is only for the young. Advertisements constantly push images of youthful beauty, and it can make anyone feel like they've aged out of style. But in reality, younger generations often admire older women who learn to express themselves through their clothing and appearance in a way that feels authentic and sophisticated. You may not realize it, but when you step out in clothes that flatter you, with accessories that highlight your personality, you are making a quiet but powerful statement. I know who I am, and I am proud of it. Think about a time you were approached by a younger woman. Maybe she asked where you got your coat or complimented your earrings. Maybe a young neighbor or coworker said, I hope I age like you. Or a sales clerk told you, you look amazing. These are not just throwaway compliments. They are signs that your elegance is visible and admired. Younger women notice women who have mastered the art of dressing for themselves rather than for approval. They see the confidence in your choices, the pride in how you present yourself, and they respect it because it is rare and inspiring. Another clear sign that you are a good-looking older woman is how people listen when you speak. Have you noticed that during conversations, people maintain eye contact with you? That they listen closely, respond thoughtfully, and seem genuinely interested in what you have to say? This is no coincidence. This reaction is one of the strongest signs that your attractiveness is felt deeply by those around you, not just by your appearance, but by your entire presence. In younger years, people are often admired for looks alone. But as we get older, attractiveness becomes more connected to presence, confidence, and charisma. People are naturally drawn to someone who carries themselves with poise, speaks with calm confidence, and listens with sincerity. When others hold eye contact with you or lean in when you talk, it means your energy is captivating. You don't need to demand attention. Your calm, graceful presence earns it naturally. Think about the last time you had a conversation where people really listened to you. Maybe it was at a social event, during a casual chat at the grocery store, or even at a family gathering. People gave you their full attention. They looked into your eyes, nodded, smiled, and truly engaged. That's because you project something very attractive. Comfort in your own skin, wisdom from your life experience, and confidence that doesn't need to be loud to be noticed. This is a kind of beauty that grows with age. It's the beauty that doesn't fade because it's built on something deeper than looks. It's built on your ability to make others feel seen and heard, your calm approach to conversation, and your genuine interest in people. All these things make people feel comfortable and valued around you, and in return, they are drawn to you, captivated by your presence. There's also something beautiful about the way older women communicate. You don't rush to fill silences. You choose your words with care. You listen as much as you speak. All of these qualities make conversations with you more meaningful, and people can feel that. They leave those conversations feeling good, feeling respected, and feeling connected. And that makes you unforgettable. When people listen to you with respect and admiration, it's a reflection of your true attractiveness. You are not just seen, you are remembered. You leave an impression that lingers, not because of what you wore, but because of how you made people feel. So if you ever notice people making eye contact with you, listening attentively, or leaning in when you speak, take it as a beautiful reminder. You are attractive in ways that truly matter. Another important sign that you are a beautiful older woman is when people compliment the small details about you. Things like your skin, your hair, or the way you carry yourself. These compliments may seem minor in the moment, but they reveal something deeper. People are noticing the quiet beauty you express every day without even trying. And that beauty is not about looking younger. It's about looking healthy, confident, and radiant in your natural self. Many women worry about how aging changes their appearance. But what they often don't realize is that beauty doesn't disappear with age. It transforms. When someone tells you your skin is glowing, your hair looks lovely, or your posture is graceful, they're recognizing that you have taken care of yourself, that you have embraced who you are, and that you carry yourself with confidence. These small compliments reflect a quiet elegance that many people admire, but few talk about openly. Let's take your skin, for example. You might have lines or age spots, but your skin can still radiate health and vitality. Maybe you drink plenty of water, enjoy fresh air, or use gentle products that keep your skin soft and bright. That natural glow shines through, and people notice it. They see it when you smile, when you laugh, and even when you're just walking by. That's why someone might stop you and say, "Your skin looks so nice," because they can feel that healthy energy from you. The same goes for your hair. Whether you've embraced your natural gray or you enjoy a bit of color, healthy, well-kept hair sends a strong message. It says you value yourself, you pay attention to how you present yourself, and you take pride in looking your best, without chasing trends or pretending to be younger. Shiny, neat, and styled hair shows the world that you still care about yourself, and that self-care is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. And then there's posture, something people rarely talk about, but everyone notices. Standing tall, walking confidently, and carrying yourself with purpose make a huge impact on how others see you. Good posture makes you appear more vibrant, more confident, and more youthful. Not because you're trying to hide your age, but because you are showing the world you're proud of who you are. You've lived through experiences, learned life's lessons. You move through the world with dignity, and that makes people admire you without even realizing why. So the next time someone compliments your skin, your hair, or the way you carry yourself, take it to heart. These small words are actually huge signs that your natural beauty shines through. You are showing others what true elegance looks like, and that's something no age can ever take away. Another powerful sign that you are a beautiful older woman is the way people respond to your confidence. True beauty, especially as we grow older, has much less to do with how we look on the outside and everything to do with how we feel on the inside. When you walk into a room with calm assurance, when you speak your mind without hesitation, and when you stand tall with quiet pride, people notice. They feel your strength before you even speak. That confidence is magnetic. It draws people toward you, makes them listen to you, and makes them respect you in ways that have nothing to do with youthful beauty. A lot of women, especially as they age, have been taught to doubt themselves. Society focuses too much on wrinkles or gray hair and not enough on the wisdom and grace that develop with experience. But when you truly embrace who you are, when you are proud of your life journey and show in the way you move and speak, it becomes your greatest asset. People instinctively respect someone who knows their worth, and confidence becomes more attractive than any skincare product or fancy hairstyle. Think about how people treat you when you are confident. Do they listen more closely? Do they show you more kindness? Do they pay attention when you offer advice or share your opinion? This is no accident. When you believe in yourself, others naturally respond with admiration. They see a woman who doesn't need to chase approval or follow every trend, because she knows exactly who she is. And that level of self-assurance is both beautiful and rare. Confidence also changes your energy. You walk differently. You hold your head higher. Your facial expressions show calmness instead of anxiety. You smile from a place of strength, not from a need to be liked. And all of these little details send quiet messages to everyone around you. You are someone worth noticing, someone who deserves respect, and someone who is comfortable in her own skin. That quiet confidence makes you shine in a room, even without trying. One of the most beautiful things about confidence is that it often inspires others. Younger women see you and think, "I hope I can be like her when I'm older." Friends and strangers alike feel at ease in your company because your confidence brings calm energy. And perhaps most importantly, you feel happier within yourself because you've let go of the need to meet impossible standards of beauty. So if you ever notice that people listen more attentively, treat you with extra respect, or seem naturally drawn to your presence, it's likely because your confidence speaks louder than anything else. And that is a timeless kind of beauty that only grows stronger with age. One of the most overlooked but powerful signs that you are an attractive older woman is the natural warmth and positive energy you bring into a room. Many people think beauty is all about physical appearance, but in reality, it's often about how people feel when they're around you. Your presence, your kindness, and your ability to make others feel comfortable can be even more captivating than how you look on the outside. There's something special about a woman who makes people feel good without saying much. Someone whose simple presence can lift the mood in any room. You may have noticed how strangers tend to smile at you more often, or how people you meet seem to relax and open up to you easily. That's not by chance. That's your inner beauty showing itself through the warmth you give to the world. Whether you are shopping, attending a gathering, or simply having a quiet conversation, people feel your kindness and respond to it. They may not always mention it with words, but their actions speak clearly. People naturally enjoy being around someone who brings peace, understanding, and lightness into their day. You don't have to be loud or outgoing to have this effect. In fact, many older women with a calm and gentle nature are considered deeply attractive because they offer something that's becoming more rare in this fast-paced world: genuine connection. Your soft smile, attentive listening, and thoughtful words can make a bigger impact than flashy clothes or heavy makeup ever could. People are naturally drawn to authenticity, and when you're fully yourself, relaxed and happy in your own skin, that authenticity shines through. Think about how people often open up to you. Maybe they share their stories easily or look to you for advice. Maybe even younger women admire your calm attitude and comment on how they feel better after talking with you. This is a quiet but clear sign of your beauty. It's not about impressing people. It's about making them feel safe, valued, and seen. And very few things are more attractive than that. Your natural charisma also shows in your body language. The way you carry yourself, the way you offer a genuine smile, and the way you maintain warm, caring eye contact all tell the world that you are a woman of grace and dignity. And people respond to that without even realizing why. Your beauty is not about perfection. It's about presence, and presence is powerful. So if you ever wonder why people feel so at ease with you or why strangers often seem unusually kind, it's because your warmth and charisma are shining through. This effortless, natural presence is one of the clearest and most beautiful signs that you remain a strikingly attractive woman, no matter your age. Another clear sign that you are still a very attractive older woman is something you may have already noticed without fully realizing its meaning. People tend to steal quick glances at you. Whether it happens while you're out grocery shopping, walking into a restaurant, or simply sitting in a waiting room, you catch people looking at you, often more than once. This isn't about vanity or seeking attention. It's a quiet but honest signal that your presence still has a strong effect on those around you. Many women, especially after a certain age, assume they become invisible in public. Society often pushes the idea that attractiveness fades with age, but reality tells a different story. Attractiveness doesn't fade, it changes. It becomes deeper, more refined, and in many cases, more noticeable in unique ways. When people glance at you, they are noticing more than just your appearance. They are drawn to your confidence, your elegance, and the way you carry yourself. It could be the way you walk, calm, purposeful, and with self-respect. It could be your style, clothing that fits well and shows you still take pride in your appearance. It could be your smile, genuine, warm, and inviting. All of these things leave a quiet impression on people, and sometimes their only response is to look at you a little longer than usual. This is especially true in a world that often lacks genuine grace and authenticity. People recognize and admire it when they see it, even if they don't say a word. You might also notice these little moments happen at unexpected times. A stranger's head turns for a brief second when you pass by. Someone smiles at you before quickly glancing away. A younger woman compliments your scarf, your hair, or your posture. These are all signs of how visible and attractive you still are. Not because you're trying to be noticed, but because your natural beauty and dignity are hard to ignore. Another part of this attraction comes from your energy. People are drawn to individuals who seem calm, grounded, and self-assured. Your life experience shows in the way you handle yourself, and that makes you stand out in a good way. People sense your confidence without you having to prove anything, and that creates a quiet magnetism. So, if you ever wonder why people glance your way or why strangers seem a little extra polite or attentive around you, it's because your beauty still makes a lasting impression. It's a beauty shaped by confidence, wisdom, and self-respect, and it shows in every little moment, even in the glances you think go unnoticed. A powerful but often overlooked sign that you're a genuinely attractive older woman is how naturally people seek out your company or conversation. You might not think much of it when people gravitate toward you during family gatherings, strike up friendly conversations while you're out running errands, or even linger a little longer in your presence than necessary. But these are all quiet signals of your lasting beauty. It's not because you're chasing attention. It's because you make people feel good, and people are instinctively drawn to those who carry warmth and kindness within them. As we get older, the definition of attractiveness moves far beyond youthful features or fashionable outfits. It becomes about how people feel when they're near you. There's something irresistible about someone who radiates calm, who listens without judgment, and who brings comfort just by being present. You've lived enough life to understand people better, to show empathy without many words, and to engage in meaningful conversation without feeling the need to dominate it. This depth is rare, and people notice it. You may have found that even strangers tend to open up to you easily. Maybe people feel comfortable sharing little details about their day with you, or they naturally strike up friendly banter in public spaces. This isn't random. You have a warmth and a softness that people are responding to, qualities that many women gain and strengthen with age. You don't need to impress people or force conversation. Just by being yourself, you create a peaceful space for others, and people are naturally drawn to that energy. One of the most beautiful things about aging is that you no longer feel the pressure to be loud to be heard or to show off to be seen. You've developed a quiet presence that speaks volumes without having to shout. This effortless comfort with yourself shows up in the way you walk, the way you speak, and the way you listen. People can feel this. They trust it, and they want to be around it. In a world where so many interactions feel rushed or superficial, you offer something refreshing, real presence. You listen, you smile, and you understand the little moments that make people feel human. That's a unique form of attractiveness that only grows with age. So if you've noticed that people seem to enjoy your company, linger in conversations with you, or simply find comfort around you, embrace it. You are radiating a natural, mature beauty that others recognize, even when you don't realize it yourself. And the best part? This kind of beauty isn't fleeting. It deepens over time, and it makes you unforgettable.